9 on board near Los Angeles. Weather appears to be a significant factor. The weather was so foggy that the LA Police Department and the County Sheriff's Department had grounded their own helicopters.
Yeah, there will be no quick answer here. There are recordings to parse and data to decipher, debris fields to analyze, a tragic flight to reconstruct. ABC News' Tom Yamas has the latest on what is known.
Tonight, the NTSB, with help from the FBI, combing the scene of that deadly helicopter crash that killed NBA superstar Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 other people. The weather Sunday morning bad enough that police departments did not fly their own helicopters, but Bryant's took off in heavy fog. How thick was that fog?
It was thick. Imagine jumping into a pool filled with milk and opening your eyes.
Scott Dalen witnessed the crash. You can hear the helicopter and you can't see anything.
I can't see anything. Hearing the helicopter, all of a sudden the helicopter's immediately above me. I can hear it, but I can't see it.
Tonight, we're learning the identity of the pilot, Era Zobayan, who, according to the company that trained him, had been flying for 20 years. According to authorities, Bryant's chopper departs Orange County for Thousand Oaks at 9:06 a.m., heading to his daughter's basketball game. At 9:20, the aircraft circles near Burbank in a holding pattern.
He's been holding for about 15 minutes.
At 9:44, eyewitnesses report hearing a helicopter flying very low. Air traffic controllers inform the pilot they can't detect him on radar.
2 Echo X-ray, you're still too low level for flight following at this time.
Data shows that seconds prior to impact, the aircraft rapidly accelerated, slamming into a canyon near Calabasas at 9:45 a.m.
Should the pilot have been flying in the fog? We look at weather, and we'll have to determine that at some point.
Among those killed, John Altobelli, a baseball coach, his wife Carrie, and their 13-year-old daughter Alyssa. Also on board, Christina Mauser, an assistant basketball coach and mother of 3.
How do you tell a child their mommy's no longer with us?
For years, Bryant regularly commuted by helicopter to avoid LA traffic and have more time with his family.
I had to figure out a way where I could still train and focus on the craft, but still not compromise family time.
The NBA deciding to postponing the Clippers-Lakers game that was set for Tuesday out of deep respect for the Los Angeles Lakers, which they know are deeply mourning this tragic loss. We also have to remember the investigation and recovery is just getting started. This is very steep terrain that they're working on. It could take days, if not weeks, to figure out exactly what happened. Reporting from Calabasas in Los Angeles County, Tom Yamas, ABC News.
Tom mentioned some of those names. We go through them again here. The passengers on that helicopter, Kobe and Gianna Bryant, obviously. Era Zobayan was the pilot, Bryant's regular private pilot, and a flight instructor. John Altobelli, his wife Carrie, Alyssa, their daughter. Sarah Chester, a former school teacher, and her daughter Peyton, also a teammate of Gianna's. Assistant coach for Gigi's team and the coordinator of the WNBA camps at Mamba Academy, Christina Mauser. They were all on their way to a game. So was former NBA star Jason Terry. He was coach of the 8th grade girls team scheduled to play against Gigi's team. He told the rest of the terrible story while doing work on the Mavericks pregame show tonight.
I received a call about 6 weeks ago asking for my 8th grade team from Drive Nation to come to LA and to play in a tournament which Kobe called the Mamba Cup. Now his daughter, he coaches her, Gianni, who was on that plane with a couple of her teammates. They play for him and his team, and we were to play them yesterday at noon. The news broke about 11 a.m. I was on my way to the gym with my team. I parked out front. The games were still going on. I received a message from my wife, who was in the gym already, taking her seat as we prepared to go and play against Kobe and his daughter's team. Just the feeling walking in that gym, I was totally numb. I ran up to the first official I could see and told him, look, there's no more basketball. We cannot play another game today. Kobe has passed away. And immediately the ball stopped bouncing. Everyone converged on one of the courts. And we all just gathered around, got on one knee. And one gentleman, I don't know his name, but he spoke very eloquently. He said a huge prayer. His message was, you never know when someone you know or love may be taken away from you. So hug your loved ones, tell them you love them, and just embrace every single moment. And I tell you, Saturday when I got in, I was scouting Kobe's team. I sat right next to him as he coached his daughter, Gianni. She hit a three, she turned, he smiled, she smiled, and she got back on defense. And I just, that memory for me is just in my mind because you just never know. And they were on their way to play my team, to play against our team in that gym. And it's just heartbreaking.
Just touches everywhere. Empire State Building tonight in tribute, illuminated in Lakers colors, Kobe colors, purple and gold. Brian, of course, also once lit up the Knicks in Madison Square Garden, just a few blocks away. And that was for 61.
Kobe, not just an NBA icon, he's a sports icon. Coming up, the Chiefs and Niners at Super Bowl's opening night share what Kobe meant to them. Sound you don't want to miss next on SportsCenter. On Kobe Bryant just over an hour ago on Instagram. I'm not ready, but here I go. Man, I sitting here trying to write something for this post, but every time I try to begin, crying again just thinking about you, niece Gigi, and the friendship, bond, brotherhood we had. I'd literally just heard your voice Sunday morning before I left Philly to head back to LA. Didn't think for one bit in a million years that would be the last conversation we'd have. I'm heartbroken and devastated, my brother. Man, I love you, big bro. My heart goes to Vanessa and the kids. I promise you I'll continue your legacy. You mean so much to us here, especially Laker Nation, and it's my responsibility to put this on my back and keep it going. Please give me the strength from the heavens above and watch over me. I got us here. There's so much more I want to say, but just can't right now because I can't get through it. Until we meet again, my brother. The final image he posted was Kobe's tweet to LeBron on Saturday. Welcome to the latest SportsCenter. John Butchergross and John Anderson. The sudden and tragic death of 41-year-old Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna Bryant was still in the heavy hearts and confused minds of many today. The father and daughter forever young and forever linked with the heartbreaking query of what could have been.
For many, it is all still too much. Just getting through the day, that's the struggle. The idea of basketball isn't possible, which is why the Lakers won't play tomorrow night at home against the Clippers. Certainly activity at Staples Center, as you take a live look there right now, see people. If you look, there's giant boards there hidden just behind that banner where people are signing and leaving their thoughts. The NBA postponing the game between LA's teams at the Lakers' request. There is grief to deal with, mourning to be done, profoundly sad arrangements to be made. Practice canceled today, as you might expect. Rescheduling Tuesday's game, that's also for another day.
Father and daughter courtside in Brooklyn, talking ball, smiling, edging close. That's an image for the ages too now. The last line of Adrian Wojnarowski's ESPN.com piece on Kobe. Woj, not only the best newsbreaker, but also the best basketball writer. Extraordinary piece. Please go read it. Kobe, why did the NBA, Adrian, why did the NBA postpone tomorrow's Laker-Clipper game at the Staples Center?
The Lakers asked them to and told them that as an organization, they needed more time before they could put on a game, host a game of that emotional magnitude at Staples. The Clippers acquiesced. They went along with it. And so Friday night on ESPN, Blazers, Lakers, that's when they'll make their return to the court in the aftermath of Kobe's passing.
Okay. Adrian Wojnarowski on the very latest, as again, the Clippers and Lakers postpone tomorrow's game, their first game after the tragic death Friday on ESPN.
Lakers organization finally putting into words all that has been trying to comprehend and process and deal with through the last 48 hours. From celebrating LeBron James passing Kobe on the NBA's all-time scoring list Saturday night to Bryant's death Sunday morning. They write, the Los Angeles Lakers would like to thank all of you for the tremendous outpouring of support and condolences. This is a very difficult time for all of us. We continue to support the Bryant family and will share more information as it is available. Dave McMenamin has logged many miles, many games with the Lakers. He is at the Staples Center, the LA Live complex. You saw that where the fans have gathered over the last day in something of a Kobe Fellowship collective. And Dave, we finally get a small glimpse from the Lakers about what's going on, very minimal information. What do you have that the franchise is doing behind the scenes?
Well, John, first of all, they're being very sensitive and cognitive of the Vanessa Bryant and the rest of the Bryant family, working in conjunction with her for any plans they would make, and also working in conjunction with the league office. Now, today, Kobe Bryant just wasn't a Lakers player. He was a Lakers employee for 20 years, and it's a family-run business, and there's many Lakers employees that worked alongside him for years, and so the team brought in grief counselors for employees to be able to meet with in both group and one-on-one sessions. And they canceled practice as a team. Tomorrow, the players will come in. They're going to have a light workout, I'm told, and have some sort of team luncheon where they can all reflect and be together and to figure out how they want to move forward as a group. Because they're going to get back into the grind of the regular season with a game Friday at Staples Center against the Portland Trailblazers.
So the franchise, the organization closing ranks, understandably. You haven't been able to talk to anybody currently on the roster, but former Lakers, obviously, you know, we hear the Laker for life thing. What are you hearing from those fellows that you've talked to?
Yeah, John, I spoke to Jordan Farmar today, and he told me that I've barely been able to go an hour without breaking down crying since I heard the news yesterday. Similar sentiments coming from Luke Walton and Brian Shaw, who was both a player and a coach with Kobe Bryant. Josh Powell, who was a bench player on those Pau Gasol Kobe championship teams and really developed a bond there. And then Gilbert Arenas, a former opponent of Kobe's, who has young children in the Southern California area and got to know Kobe in his post-playing career. He told me that Kobe told him this summer, you have so much knowledge to give to the game, you should really think about finding an outlet for that. And Gilbert told me, I got to do it. I got to listen to what Kobe told me. The days of wild Gilbert are over. You know, if that's the type of impact that Kobe can have posthumously, that's saying a lot.
Dave McMenamin in Los Angeles, where he still will have a story to cover tomorrow. It just will not be the Lakers-Clippers game. Thank you, Dave.
Current Laker Anthony Davis posted this photo with Kobe from the 2012 Olympics when Team USA won a gold medal. Man, this is a tough one for me. You were the first guy to put me under your wing and show me the ins and outs of the league. Had so many great convos about
in LA, multiple championships before they both became too big and too headstrong and couldn't be on the same roster. But the Alpha Males eventually worked things out, as they do. In the wake of yesterday, I guess it would all seem sort of petty right now. Shaq tonight finally able to speak on Kobe's death.
I'm working out with Shakir. I didn't want to believe it. And then everybody's calling me. Is that true? Is it true? So I'm like, it must not be a hoax because now the whole world knows this information. So now I'm saying, please don't be true. Please don't be true. Please don't be true. And I'm watching, and then you get the confirmation. And sad enough, when you hear his daughters with him, I didn't do anything. I haven't eaten. I haven't slept. I'm looking at all the tapes. The only thing that saddens me is I'm not going to be there. He's not going to be here when he walks into the Hall of Fame. I was just thinking about who's he going to call up to bring him in? Who's going to give a speech? Is he going to call me? Is he going to call Mike? Who? No, that's not going to happen.
Kobe and Shaq certainly had quite the run together. Made the NBA Finals in 4 of their 8 seasons together in L.A., 3 championships. Helped usher in a new era of NBA basketball after Michael Jordan's retirement. Do also help lead the Lakers to the best winning percentage in the 8 seasons that they played together.
Part of Kobe's unique NBA stardom was the international flair and flavor he brought to the NBA as a bilinguist, a childhood resident of Italy from age 6 to 13. His dad played pro ball there, Joe, and an NBA hero to teenagers like Luka Doncic. Just 29 days ago, Mavericks visiting L.A., Kobe is with daughter Gigi right there, courtside. And check this out. Third quarter, Doncic turns around. He hears someone say something, and, oh, it's Kobe. And he turns around and look at the look on his daughter's face. Such a beautiful moment. Here's Luka on the moment and what Kobe said.
He was talking, so I was like, he was talking my language, and I saw Kobe, and I was like really surprised.
What did he say?
I can't say that. I can say that.
Too many curse words or what?
I don't know. It was like somebody was talking to me, and I turned around, and I was like, I saw Kobe. I was like, what is going on? I was surprised. I was shocked.
How's his accent?
Great.
Such a cool moment. Then after the game, listen in as Kobe introduces Luka to his daughter, Gigi. Wow. Beautiful manners from his daughter there. After the introduction, Kobe made sure to capture a picture. And you see all the other cameras coming out as well. This is a Getty image here of Kobe taking the picture. What a beautiful shot of Gigi and Luka posing together, again, less than a month ago.
Played a relentless approach to a game he dearly loved.
Mavericks and Thunder tonight trying to concentrate on the basketball work at hand. That's difficult for sure. Luka emotional before tip, wearing Kobe sneakers with all the victims' names written on them, 8 in all. Mark Cuban says no Maverick now will ever wear 24 again, and has become commonplace across the NBA. It will take an 8-second violation. They're still causing turnovers. Third quarter, Mavs are up 13. Doncic. That's
a lot, man. You know, him and LeBron, you know, for me were the guys that I played basketball. You know, I look up to them, and that's why I got motivated by for playing basketball. You know, just really hard.
Luka, what will you remember most about him? What will you miss most about Kobe?
Everything. Obviously, the one time about a month ago in Staples, you know, when he talked to me, you know, it was just something special. I was just looking forward to more of those moments. You know, I was really excited. After the game, I said, you know, it was something special. You know, Kobe knows your name, know who you are. It's just something amazing, and I was looking forward to more moments like that with him. It was very emotional. I broke down after the first quarter. That's when it really hit me. You know, just was moment. And it was really hard to play today for me.
just small touching moments of that charisma, and yet impactful and lasting. As it was yesterday, and was tonight, and will be in the coming days. Bryant honored, remembered in gyms around the NBA. Coach Spoelstra there in Miami. Blake Griffin there in the Pistons game. In Chicago, Zach LaVine, the Bulls took a moment, silence before the game. Minnesota, Kings on the road. Somber across the league as they continued to try to do their jobs. Luke Walton on the death of Bryant.
The generation of kids pretty much just, you know, they wanted to be like him. As, you know, like kids in the 80s and 90s wanted to be like Mike. You know, we wanted to be like Kobe. And, you know, growing up and seeing the different highlights, his hard work, I feel like that was one of the biggest things that he instilled in me was his hard work, and I try to bring that to my game, and his passion for the game, how ruthless he was and as a competitor. But it was more than that, you know, as a basketball player, but, you know, he was a father. You know, there was more families on there, and it's just terrible what happened, man. And, you know, it's just such a loss in so many different ways.
I'm absolutely devastated, but my heart